Tailwind CSS installation. It's very simple and easy and very well documented. If you jump to their website, you can just go to the doc link in here on the top of navigation. And then you will have here installation. And as you can see, you have few options here. Let's say, for example, if you just want to play with it, you can use directly the CDN. So you just have this script and you just add it to your head element. If you have different frameworks, for example, you have Next.js, so you can just click here and you will see exactly the steps how you can add it to your project. And let's say you have Create React App, which is same in our option. You'll have here also the steps. You can see a few things here are left. And you see here a big warning coming here that Create React App does not support the custom post CSS. So there are different steps to install and will not support everything in Tailwind CSS. Let's go back again and let's say, for example, you have spells, for example, again. You have here and you have all the steps. You have, if you can see in configuration, you'll have a config file for your Tailwind whenever you install it. And in there, you can add custom configuration. And this one is very basic one. So if you have, in our example, in our course, we are using Create React App to start quickly with the course, because this course is more about how you use Tailwind CSS. It's not about like React or Svelte or anything like that. But this course is valid for any type of project front end you're using. The only steps which are different installation. Other than that, everything's same. The classes, the library is just same library. So I will go back and I will go to Create React App. And in here, I have my project I created one. So what I will do, I'll just open my Visual Studio Code. And I have my terminal here. I'll just stop running my project. I'll say yes, stop running. Go back to the browser. And what I will do, I just copy these steps. So I will copy npm install minus the Tailwind CSS. Let's finish the installation. Now let's go back to the documentation. I'll just say npx Tailwind init. So basically it will initialize our Tailwind CSS config and it will generate for us a tailwind.config.js file. Let's copy this one. Go back to our project. I'll just close all these things here on the side so we can see that it's added up in it. And you can see here a file was created for me. Okay, let's open it up. So there's nothing much here at the moment. It's just a blank config file. So you have an export, you have something called content, then theme, and then plugins. And later we will see in this course what we can do with each one and what are they for in detail. So don't feel overwhelmed. It's very easy. It's very simple. Okay, and let's go back to the website. So this and the third step is that you can add the path to all your template files in your config. Okay, for example, here they came to count. They said, okay, every file under my source file which have extension of GS, GSX, TS, or TSX. Okay, so I'll just copy the same. I'll add it under my content. So I'm saying any file under the source which have extension of JS or JSX or TS or TSX. Save it. And let's see what's in the next step. The next step is you have to add some directives. Okay, so you have to add Tailwind directive for each of Tailwind layers. Okay, so you have base, you have components, you have utilities as well. Okay, so let's copy this one and add it to main CSS file. Okay, so we have to add this on the top in here. Now we go back and say, okay, you run npm start and we can test if that's working. Okay, so let's say npm run start. Okay, now it's running. Let's add a class, for example, to our H1, which is not styled at all. And let's say, for example, I want it to be underlined. Okay, I save it. I go back to my browser, and you can see here, see it's underlined. Okay, let's say, for example, I want it to be font medium. Save, go back, let's inspect it. Maybe I had the wrong class name. No, it is correct. So font medium and it is 500. Okay. So you can see our Tailwind now it's working. One note, when we were talking about illustration, we said that they give you different options for each type of project you have. And if you can see here, this for example, it's framework guides, and when it comes to CDN, they say play with CDN, okay? They say using CDN. And the reason is, I mean, you can add it initially, but for example, you start doing development, your VS Code, there are some things you can add, when you're using VS Code, you can use some intelligence to help you out with coding, but of course you can't remember all these classes, right? We just know, we are aware that something exists, and then we search it out. And the Visual Studio Code, for example, as an ETS, can help you. If you use the CDN, that will not work. The intelligence will not work for you, okay? So maybe you can just do it initially if you want to see if that's fit in your work, and just give it an initial look quickly without running npm install on your project, and see if it works, and you change and you use the CLI and you start installing it using your npm. So that's what we'll see in the next video. We'll see which tools you can add to Visual Studio Code that can help you to fast your development. So stay tuned and look out for my next video.